Hi, I'm Helen and welcome to my channel. This class today is a short yoga flow to help you release any tensions of the day, make you feel good in your body, stretch everything out, maybe get a little bit of energy going so you can enjoy the rest of your evening. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think of the video. Without further ado, we will begin. So we'll start sitting down. I'm on a block, so my hips are higher than my knees. Bring the palms to the knees, face down, which is a symbol of grounding. Spine is straight, shoulders are relaxed and down the back, chin parallel to the floor. Just begin to close the eyes. We'll start with a centering, letting go of what's happened today. Focusing on the breath. So nice deep inhale. Nice long exhale. Deep inhale. And an exhale. And just continue in a pattern that suits your body. Just coming to land here in your practice, the sanctuary of your yoga mat. No need to worry about anything what's happened during the day. This is a time for you just to reconnect, recalibrate, and relax so you can get on with the rest of your day. Just a couple more breaths here. Notice if there's any tension in the jaw. The tongue is relaxed. One more deep breath. Exhale out through the mouth. Slowly open the eyes. We'll start standing. So come to the top of the mat. Feet are hip distance apart. Knees are stacked over the ankles. Shoulders are back and down. Pelvis is neutral. Just allow the palms to face forward into mountain pose. And just connect here for a moment with the feet to the earth, noticing all four corners. Then inhale, palms come up to the sky. Exhale, bring the palms through the center line to the chest. Again, palms up. Exhale through the center line to the chest. Again, palms up. And then cactus the arms and open the chest to the sky. Really feeling as if there's a worn up maybe between the shoulder blades, squeezing them together. Inhale, lift up. Exhale again, cactus. Opening the chest and the shoulders. Feels so good if you've been in front of a computer all day. And then inhale back up. Last time. Exhale, open the chest. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, palms come down. Inhale, lift the palms up. Circle the right fingertips around the left wrist. Left foot comes behind the right. And lean over to the right. So you should feel this stretch in the side body. Deep breaths. Then inhale back to center, over to the other side. Left fingertips around right wrist, leaning over to the left. Stretching out that right side body. Then inhale back to center. Palms come down to the side. Inhale, palms lift. Then exhale, forward fold. Hands come down. Inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, descend. Bending into the left knee. Plant the left hand in front of the feet and lift the right arm to the sky for a twist. Exhale, release the right hand down. Other side, left arm up. Twist. Then exhale, release. One more time each side. Inhale, right hand lifts. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Exhale, come down. Inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, release. Plant, then step back to downward facing dog. So hands are around shoulder width apart, feet around hip distance, bending out the knees one at a time, opening the backs of the legs. Sit bones to the sky. Ears are between the biceps. We'll move through a little sequence here. So exhale back, downward facing dog. Then inhale forward. The knees will come down. We'll come to table. Head lifts, belly dips, chest through the gates of the arms. As you exhale, round in the spine into cat, and the hips come back up to dog. A few more of those. So inhale forward, table to cow, sorry. And then exhale, round, cat to dog. One more of these. Inhale forward, table to cow. Feeling the articulation of the spine. Exhale, cat to dog. Then inhale forward, back to table. Taking the right leg, you're going to bring the right toes outside of the right side of the mat. And then sit back into this hip. So hands are extended in front. Maybe this comes to the left heel, maybe not. Or you can just move backwards and forwards, just feeling into this hip. I find this is a really nice rump stretch. And then come back forward to neutral. Spin on the left knee. And bring this right foot in line with the left knee. Weight is into the left shoulder. You're going to inhale the right arm to the sky. Then exhale, tuck under. Inhale, right arm up. So just working on the side body here. Tuck under. Last one. Right arm to the sky. Exhale, round. Inhale, come up. And then using the strength of the core, we'll come up to gate pose. Right hand on the outside of the right leg. Left arm up and over. Feeling that stretch. Then inhale back. Exhale, palms come down, second side. So left toes outside the left mat. Maybe tuck the right toes and the hips come back. Might feel good to just move backwards and forwards a couple of times. Or you can be static in the pose, whatever feels good for you. Stretching it out. This feels so good after sitting in the chair all day. And then come back up. We'll move into that modified side plank. So swiveling on the right knee, left foot comes back parallel with this right knee. Stacking the shoulders, weight is in the right hand. And on exhale, we're going to curl under. Inhale, lift. Two more of these. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift to the sky. And then using the strength of the core, we'll come up to gate pose. Left hand comes down outside the left leg and right arm up and over. Breathing here. Feels so good. Stretch out the body. And exhale. Release down. Come back to tabletop. Tuck the toes, and we'll move back into downward facing dog. So again, you might want to pedal out. And on an inhale, right leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, right foot steps forward between the hands. You may want to manually get it there. Left hand planted underneath the left shoulder. And inhale the right arm to the sky for a twist. Breathe in here. Really opening these arms like wings. And exhale, this right hand comes down, ground into this front foot, and the left foot will start to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. And then engage in the front of the core. Come all the way up to standing. Palms to chest. Tree pose. Whoops. Grounding down into the left foot. Open this right knee to the side so you're in external rotation. Hands to the hips, really grounding into that left foot. Engaging that left leg, zipping up the midline. The right toes can stay on the floor, come to the inside of the calf or to the inner thigh. So really pressing the sole of the right foot into the left leg. Engaging your root lock, the mula bandha. Scooping this right glute under like an ice cream scoop. Fixed gazing point. Inhale, that palms to the sky. So you can keep the palms together or spread them wide. And breathe here. The key to all these balancing poses is a fixed gaze, drishti. These really help with our concentration, our focus. This is not the time to let the mind wander, thinking about what you're going to have for dinner, all the things you've got to do tomorrow. These balances really help us keep us present. One more breath here. And then bring the palms back to the chest. Bring this right knee into the midline. And then extend the right leg out. So a bit of core work here. Doesn't matter how high your leg is off the ground. Breathe into it. Really strengthening for both legs and the core. And then exhale, release. Inhale, palms come up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Lift. And then back, downward facing dog. Second side. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, left foot steps up. Open this left arm to the sky for easy twist. So feeling the twist coming from the mid back. Arms are spread like wings. Really feel like you can pull them apart. Breathing into it. And exhale, left hand. And right foot steps forward to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward. Inhale, come up to stand. Palms to the chest. Grounding into the right foot this time. Opening that left knee out to the side. So external rotation in the hip joint. Grounding down into all four corners of the right foot. Focusing on a point that isn't moving. And then bringing this left foot up. Feels good in your body. Pressing the foot into the leg. Zipping up the midline, activating the pelvic floor. And then maybe the arms come up to the sky. And breathe here. So maybe you imagine your favorite tree. Right now I'm looking at a banana tree. So I will be a banana tree, spreading my massive leaves. Deep and even breathing. And then bringing the palms to the chest, bringing the knee back to the midline, maybe extending that leg out in front, engaging the core, strengthening that right leg, strengthening that left thigh. If you sway, no worries. Trees sway all the time. And then exhale, release to the floor. Inhale, palms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Release down. Any thoughts? Whether or not you maintain your balance, it doesn't matter. The breath is the effort you put in. And journey. Inhale, halfway lift, and then we'll bend the knees. So sitting on the floor, sit bones, arms out in front, and using the strength of the core, release as slow as possible down onto the back. Bring the feet in towards the hips, plant the heels, reach down, just touch the back of the heels to know you've got the distance. Then grounding into the feet, inhale the hips to the sky. Keeping the upper back wide, hands planted into the earth, backs of the arms active, opening the front body, imagining the tailbone going towards the backs of the knees, opening these hip flexors. It's so good. Then exhale, release the hips down. Take the right leg and fold it over the top of the left one. So in a figure 4, right foot is flexed, the ankle is on top of the left thigh. You can stay here if this is enough. If you want a little bit more, lift the left foot up off, use the strength of the left leg to bring this right leg closer to the body. Maybe you interlace the fingers behind the left thigh, maybe behind the shin. Breathe here. So the openness is coming from the hip, right hip joint. That's where the movement is. Breathing, feeling, surrendering. We get so tight in our bodies, so wound up when we're stressed. But when we're in our yoga practice and we're breathing deep, we're holding these postures, we're not attached to an outcome, we can surrender and let go and feel all the tension just flow out the body. And breathe. And then keep the legs in this shape. Release the left foot to the floor. Arms will come out to a cactus. And then just release the body over to the left side. So the right foot comes to the floor. You can turn and look over the right shoulder. Even here. Feeling that in the right outer hip. Back to the midline. Right foot goes to the floor. Then fold the left leg in, so your left hip is external rotation. The left foot's flexed just above the right knee. You can stay here or lift the right leg to bring it in closer. Pick variation that's good for you. Making sure that left foot is flexed, that really protects the knee. Being conscious that the movement is coming from the left hip. This hip is a 360-degree joint. Remember, the knee joint is just a hinge. So the movement here is from the hip. Longing breaths. And then slowly release that leg. The floor, keeping the legs in their shape. Just allow that the legs to fall over to the right side, so the left foot comes to the floor, the sole, and look over that left shoulder. Breathe here, feeling that opening in the left side body and the left hip. Breathing, surrendering, feeling, observing. How's your jaw doing? Is it relaxed? And then slowly bring the legs back up to the midline. Release the left foot. Bring the knees into the chest. And then release the feet up to the sky. So the legs are vertical and the joints are all stacked. Palms are face down. Arms just relaxed by the side of the body. This is Viparita Karani, or inverted leg pose. And it's a wonderful posture to do towards the end of the day, particularly if you've been on your feet a lot. It's so restorative. It uses gravity to allow the lymph to drain. It relieves the pressure on the heart because gravity is pumping the blood round, allowing it to fall down the legs. You can do this with your legs leaning against the wall. You can do it with your hips elevated on a bolster. Just a really wonderful pose for overall well-being. Legs stacked like this, you're not actually using a lot of muscle engagement, so it can be quite a relaxing pose. Last breath or so here. And bring the knees into the chest. Allow the feet to come down to the floor. And then allow the knees to fall open. So the soles of the feet together. Knees are open into Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. If you find this puts a little bit of strain on your groin, you can always put your fists underneath the outsides of the thighs for a little bit of support, or cushions or yoga blocks. Otherwise, allow the palms to face upwards. This pose is a real pose of surrender and letting go. Everything is open, the palms, the chest, the inner thighs. Can be a pose that makes you feel quite vulnerable, you feel quite exposed. We're not crunching up into a little ball. We're just releasing. It's a pose of expansion, a pose of surrender, a pose of openness, a real pose of letting go. So if you've had something on your mind today, or you've had a difficult experience, somebody's annoyed you, wound you up, now is the time to just take a deep inhale, a deep exhale, and just expel it from the body. One of the most helpful phrases I ever heard is, if it isn't going to matter in 5 years, don't spend 5 minutes thinking about it. And so I'll close the class here today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you found a little bit of release, relaxation after whatever day you've had, and you can enjoy the rest of your evening. Until next time, thank you for practicing with me, and I'll see you on the mat soon.